viewers, welcome to the October Train Sim World 5 roadmap. So this is the first roadmap since the release of the major update, Train Sim World 5, which of course you can grab for free. More news on that later. Anyway, let's just do a quick summary. The reason I read this to you is to improve the accessibility of the information for those who can't or won't go and pick it up where it is. Alrighty, so it's broken in two brackets now, the 0 to 3 months and later, to put it simply, further down the tracks as they're calling it. In the 0 to 3 months, there's MBTA commuter, which is a new Boston route, West Coast Mainline, Preston to Carlisle from Just Trains, Manchester Airport commuter from Alan Thompson's Simulation, Cargo Line Volume 3 intermodal from Skyhook Games, a new German route, not yet named, from TSG, Train Sim Germany. And there are updates from Skyhook Games, so there's going to be a new livery for the 158. Fife Circle Leavenmouth branch from Rivet Games for an update for Fife. And post-release improvements for Train Sim World 5. I'll cover the improvements in a separate video because I think the audience might be a little bit different. Further down the tracks, we have Cargo Line Volume 4 Military from Skyhook Games. That would be some very interesting different cargo than we've got today. A new UK loco from Just Trains. Falschisch Ludwigsbahn Mannheim to Kaiserslautern. Cardiff City Network, that's the Wales. Spolien Zwolle Groningen from Netherlands. East Coast Mainline Diesel Rail Tour Pack from Athena Simulation. Tanami Line Aizu Wakamatsu from Union Workshop, Colin Arkin Timetable Update, BR Class 104 and Peak Forest Expansion Pack from Sim Track Studios, Santa Fe Gameplay Pack from High Iron Simulations, and a new German loco from Sim Track Studios. And there's a remaster on the way for Great Western Express. Alright, let's flip over the TLDR, because we're here for the big one. Welcome everyone to the first Train Sim World 5 roadmap following launch. Firstly, we wanted to share a heartfelt thank you to all of our community who have been playing Train Sim World 5 since the early access and launch, and we greatly value your feedback whilst we work to have everything set up across our game platforms. It's always a pleasure to see a huge range of new screenshots from players making the most out of the new photo mode and sharing the reactions of your first experiences with new features and routes. We'd also like to extend a great thank you to all the people who helped on board and share information to welcome new and returning players onto TSW5 throughout the last month. They'd be ambassadors like me. Before the end of the first week following TSW5's launch, we had already passed over 2 million gameplay sessions completed by players, which is genuinely incredible, and we're happy to welcome all of our new players into TSW for the first time. For those who are joining us for the first time, this roadmap is a monthly check-in that will begin the conversation between our teams and all of you for what to expect beyond the launch from both us and our partners, including brand new announcements, updates and sneak peeks on our current routes and in development. More ways for you to get involved with our community and challenging yourself with the new mastery rewards available in-game. We'll also share an update on our progress for further post-launch improvements coming to TSW5. Like I said, I'll put that in a separate video, and a summary of what we've been able to release so far. We hope this will answer some of the initial questions and thoughts many of you have, as our teams have been gathering feedback and working to improve your experience. Finally, if you're new or returning, be sure to join us for our roadmap live stream, and I'll put a link in the description. You can watch Alex and Matt go through this same information should you choose to. Train Sim World 5 Free Starter Pack, extended until early 2025. They did mention on the stream that early 2025 is actually the 31st of December 2024, so a little bit of difference there. Thank you to everyone who has joined us with the Train Sim World 5 release over the last month. We've been very excited to keep growing the Train Sim World community and welcoming even more players onto the rails as we head into the new year. Today we're happy to announce that our free starter pack will no longer run until October 17 and instead will remain to be available and claim and keep forever until the new year, early 2025. We've seen so many of you jumping in to try TSW5 for the first time, inviting your friends and communities to give it a go, and we've welcomed so many new players into the franchise for the first time. As a reminder, if you're already a big fan of Train Sim World but haven't yet upgraded into TSW5, make sure to claim the free starter pack before it goes away, as it will stay in your account to play forever. It will also be your way to access the latest improvements and features. You'll be able to purchase new TSW5 content like the upcoming MBTA commuter route, and if you already own it, gain access to the Great Western Express Remastered without the need to pay anything. For more information on the free starter pack, please read the Train Sim World 5 frequently asked questions. I will pop a link to that in as well. Content up ahead: MBTA commuter, Boston, Worcester, Framingham line, coming on October the 29th. So that's pretty close. Kicking off our roadmap, we want to share more information about the first new add-on coming to Train Sim World 5. Get ready to catch MBTA commuter, Boston, Framingham, Worcester, releasing on October the 29th, 2024. This route will feature a range of commuter and long-distance traffic coming from Boston South Station, heading off due west in the direction of Framingham and Worcester in the Commonwealth state of Massachusetts. You'll be operating the new MBTA HSP46 diesel locomotive, as well as the MBTA F40PH-3C and BTC and CTC coaches, bi-level and single level. We've got a dedicated article to deep dive into the services, new locos and gameplay you can expect in the MBTA commuter route later this week, and for today we wanted to share a small range of reference images that our audio teams were able to capture that showcase a recent trip to the US in order to better represent and reflect this add-on in Train Sim World 5. So I've got one of the locomotives there. Sound team climbing into, out of a locomotive. It's probably out of, given he's looking down. Normally look up, but you're climbing up into them. Ah, train depots, such messy places. More sound recordings for another locomotive. Look into the engine swapping and bogie swapping workshops by the looks of things. Cute little turntable there. Refresh on upcoming future add-ons. We also wanted to touch on our additional announcements that we've made since we launched Train Sim World 5, in case anyone has joined us since the launch has not had a chance to discover the upcoming add-ons to Train Sim World 5. Great Western Express Remaster. The new remaster coming to TSW5, which is where we take an older released add-on and pack it with the newest features and introduce a whole range of additional improvements, all as a free update for existing owners. Regardless of if you already own Great Western Express or decide to pick it up between now and the remaster's launch, you'll be able to make the most out of GWE with the newest Train Sim World 5 features: conductor mode, a new timetable, landscape and scenery overhauls, as well as updated suspension physics to all GWE stock. And we see there a selection of machines sitting in the sheds. I think we've seen this image before, actually. Fallswitch, Ludwigsbahn, Mannheim, Kaiserslautern. A new German adventure along the scenic Fallswitch-Ludwigsbahn as it was in 2014, heading out of Mannheim Hauptbahnhof, a hub for rail fanning if there ever was one. The route starts off speeding along the Neustadt Weinster Hauptbahnhof and then slows to wind through the valley to Kaiserslautern. Expects lots of variety from 111 operated regional expresses to 425s on the Rhine-Neckar S-Bahn, and even a station called Frankenstein. It'll have those little things in its neck. Cardiff City Network, Train Sim World's first Welsh route. Featuring a densely packed network within the city, intense passenger services will keep you busy aboard Transport for Wales diesel multiple units, operating through many stations on various timetable patterns, a swift departure from their long intercity running of the West Coast Mainline routes. Tadami Line from Union Workshop, Train Sim World's first Japanese route. Experience the beautiful and scenic Tadami Line, Aizu Wakamatsu Tadami in TSW5, featuring stunning environments and key railway landmarks such as the Mayashita Three Brothers, a famous train spotting spot, featuring three bridges within a single picturesque scene. We've seen this image before, so I won't dwell. Spoljenswold-Groningen. Apologies for my pronunciation there. Train Sim World's first Dutch route. Expresses and commuter services are the mainstay of the Zwolle-Groningen route, operated by the Nederlandse Spoorwegen's iconic ICM3 Koploper and SNG Sprinter New Generation Electric Multiple Units. Learn new signals and systems as you dash along the countryside in yellow and blue fashion. Development continues well across all of these add-ons, and we'll be sharing more detailed updates once they're ready to share. Third-party partner updates. Manchester Airport Commuter, a new route from Alan Thompson Sim. So we've named the route now, which is cool. Let's welcome another brand new partner to the world of Train Sim world, Alan Thompson Simulation. Many of you may recognise them from their work with Train Simulator Classic, and we reached out to their teams to reveal their latest route development coming to Train Sim World 5. See what looks like a 323 there, with an Airbus flying overhead. Alan says ATS was started in 2017 by YouTuber Alan Thompson and the TSC route builder Peter Mitchell. Our main goal at the time was to ensure anyone could produce and publish content for Train Sim Classic in a way that worked for everyone, and after 4 successful years we started to look into development for Train Sim World. Once our team was established, with Hayden and Danny at the helm, we were quick to dive right in with support from the community and DTG, and we settled on the 27-mile Manchester Airport commuter route. There's a bit of confusion about who Alan Thompson is, because there's a few Thompsons involved in Train Sim Classic. This is a specific person, so if you're thinking of Alan Thompson, make sure you're thinking of the right one before you jump in. Anyway, this is welcome to Manchester Airport, says the sign, so that would suggest it's Manchester Airport Station. Didn't actually get to this one on my UK trip because I didn't have a need to go to Manchester Airport. We had a clear goal of getting a route out that we would be proud of. With some new and experienced hands, we got to work aiming to create a digital twin of the Manchester Airport commuter network, and of course the airport branch. With tons of blood, sweat, and at times frustration, we are finally able to show you, the community, what we've been working on. See here a high speed, 100-mile-an-hour stretch of the network. Some nicely modelled overhead. Lots of foliage. Bit of junk track down the side there. Nice to see things like that. It's good. Latest routes, there's been a bit of rubbish and trash around, which I like to see as well. Here are some highlights of the route. Manchester Airport Station and Airport Skywalk at night. Longsite Depot and Manchester International Depot. Airport Line with runway and approach lights. Piccadilly Throat improvements from Glossop Line and Piccadilly Station improvements. Slade Lane Junction bend to Airport Line RR wrap location. Neutral sections added along the route at specific locations. Alan's fans do love their neutral sections, and you often see them asking in the chat, hundreds of times. Healed green triangle junction areas. Style Station curve. Wilmslow Station with underbridge. Alderley Edge Station from the P2 car park and turnback sidings. Heaton Norris Junction with signal box, Stockport Station and Stockport Viaduct day and night, Edgeley Junction areas, bridges between Cheadle-Hulme and Handforth. It looks like an area of the airport with some travellators. I wonder if they'll move, if we'll be able to walk along them. That would be interesting. Not useful, but interesting. You'll be able to find out more information for the Manchester Airport commuter route coming in future roadmaps and articles. I think I mixed commuter and community then and come out with so it's the Manchester Airport commuter route. On to the West Coast Mainline, Preston to Carlisle by Just Trains. Since our initial announcement of the West Coast Mainline Preston to Carlisle route, the Just Trains team have continued to share new update posts on their blog that detail more about what you can expect from the add-on, as well as details about the station and history of the route area. In this route, we've authentically recreated the 1986-1987 timetable using the correct working timetable and photographs of said services to provide as realistic an experience as possible, including formations and train lengths accurate as close as possible to that of real trains. See, gunsels are useful. You're not an Australian. Rail fans, foamers, whatever you like to call them. Both Carlisle and Preston feature numerous locomotive changes throughout the day from diesel to electric traction and vice versa, with some diagrams requiring the station pilots to help facilitate a locomotive change. On their recent blog, the Just Trains team also shared a time-lapse video, so we've looked at that. We won't go into that again. Feel free to read more from the Just Trains blog on their website with additional details. Again, we've done that in a video. I'll include a link though. Leavenmouth branch update for Fife Circle Rivet Games. Heading over to our partners at Rivet Games, they've got a range of new screenshots to share for the upcoming Leven branch update, coming for free to owners of Fife Circle line, along with a range of new improvements that you can get excited about. And shot there of a train line running over a canal. Nice little snaky section, probably a bit low speed, I would expect. Rivet Games, having recently released the Fife Circle DLC for Train Sim World, we decided it would be a great addition to the route to recognise and add the new Leavenmouth Railway link that was just recently opened. This new extension is in fact a reopening of an old railway line branching off east from the Thornton North Junction near Glen Rothes to the seaside town of Leven, Fife. The new Leavenmouth Railway link extends for 5 miles via the first new station at Cameron Bridge, then onwards towards the coastline terminating at Leven Station. See it here running through an industrial area. There's a station still clearly under construction, so it'll be forever under construction in this one. See the station with what looks like some reasonably nicely modelled water. It's good to see the soft edges, that's what we appreciate. New station area, car park. The new extension of Fife Circle includes over 40 new timetable services for the new Leavenmouth branch, 2 brand new stations to discover and explore, and 16 additional collectibles to find. See some more construction equipment there. We look forward to sharing more about when you can expect to get these improvements in Train Sim World, and Rivet Games have also shared that during the development of the Leven branch update, they have also worked on a range of Fife Circle improvements and bug fixes to further support the free update. Leavenmouth Rail Link livery for ScotRail Class 158, Skyhook Games. Continuing the conversation, we wanted to check in with Skyhook Games with their updates on the Rail Link livery, as well as announcing it'll be a free update to players who own the ScotRail Class 158. So if you've already got it, you'll get this for nothing. Otherwise, you'll have to buy it. Skyhook Games. Our teams have been busy on multiple projects recently with updates to the ScotRail Class 158, following community feedback since launch, and continued progress in the next Cargo Line Volume 3, Intermodal and Volume 4 military releases. We have also been working to adopt the new Train Sim World 5 features into our back catalogue. Additionally, the expansion of the Sprinter timetable for Edinburgh to Glasgow has gone well, with a multitude of AI-only services converted for player use. That's cool. Extra services that you can play and use. That's good. See there the work in progress, changes to the route with the additional services. Onto the Leven branch expansion for Fife Circle. This is going well and working in parallel with Rivet Games to provide a Class 158 timetable also continues. Guard mode has been added to both ScotRail and East Midlands trains versions of the Class 158, along with a number of updates from the former being ported to the latter to improve the overall experience. Testers have certainly been enjoying all the updates. Finally, for this Skyhook update, their teams wanted to provide the first images of Cargo Line Volume 3 Intermodal. These trains are long, heavy, and a challenge to drive. Cargo Line Volume 3 Intermodal. As previously announced, Skyhook Games have been hard at work on developing Cargo Lines Volume 3 and 4, and we've got a few teasers to share more for the developments in the third iteration of the Cargo Line packs. See an image here with what looks like a 710 on the left and a Bakerloo service, so I guess this is running on West Coast Mainline. And we've also got a intermodal on the right hand side, which is the object of this update. Got the DB liveried Class 66 pulling another intermodal service. Intermodal services are all container boxes essentially. Another shot here of another DB66 pulling a intermodal at Sunrise by the look of things. We'll be keeping you updated on Cargo Line developments, as well as the Rail Link livery progress in our upcoming announcements, so stay tuned. If you'd like to catch up on the developments for Cargo Line series up until now, be sure to read the Cargo Line The Story So Far article. I'll put in a link. Expert DB BR101 and IC Stillwagon Loco from Train Sim Germany. Finally, to close off our third-party section, we're joined by the TSG team, who are sharing news for an upcoming patch to the recently released Expert DB BR101, the first loco in the Expert series that offers a higher level of authentic experience within Train Sim World through highly detailed functionality and advanced simulations, including random vault systems. can see an image of the stir wagon. This update coming shortly will bring a full list of fixes and improvements to the add-on, and also includes all new fault simulations for the Expert 101, new suspension physics for the IC stir wagon cab car, and following a large range of community feedback, we'll also add timetables for the Expert 101 onto Bremen-Oldenburg and the new Frankfurt-Fulda routes. Apologies for my voice sounding a bit funny, the other half has decided to vacuum the floor. You probably can't hear the vacuum cleaner, but it will make my voice sound funny. Here are some of the top highlights of the patch notes that the TSG team wanted to focus on. Gameplay changes. Added the Expert DB-BR101 Expert timetable for Kinzig, Tulban, Frankfurt, Fulda. Added Expert DB-BR101 Expert timetable for Bremen-Oldenburg. Replaced the SKA406 ICE3M in the Dresden-Riesda Expert 101 timetable with Frankston-Fulda BR411. Added a driver assist prompt for trying to apply power with the electric train supply disabled. IC stir wagon and Expert DB-BR101 reworked light setup featuring light cones under volumetric fog, implemented the LZB/PZB test logic, implemented LZB transmission failure support, implemented LZB transmission failures as faults. The Expert DB-BR101 added missing behaviour when train leaves LZB and AFB is active, fixed missing glass rain effects in Cab 2, fixed the Cab 2 auxiliary control, fixed a mistake that made LZB end sounds not play as expected, adjusted pantograph physics to match the real life more closely. IC stir wagon and or coaches implemented new suspension physics in the cab car only, fixed cab car windshield rain visuals, added the IC logo on the BPMMBDZF, fixed numbering on the BPMMZ coach, taught the driver the correct way to sit on a chair. It was kind of funny, he was sitting off to the side. Added door keys for cab car and coaches. You can expect to see the full range of updates once they're ready to get into your hands, and we hope you're excited. Additionally, you may have noticed that we've added a new DE route in the October 2024 roadmap asset coming from the TSG team. While we're not ready to talk about this yet, we look forward to sharing more details in follow-up roadmap articles. Alright, now we're getting on to patches and updates. I'm going to run those in a separate video, and we will go from there. So that's it for the October 2024 roadmap. There's a few interesting things coming up. There's a little bit of new information in this one. There's not much that we haven't seen before in one way, shape or another. It's good to see some dates starting to firm up. So 0 to 3 months means that we should have all of this stuff for Christmas, given that it's only the start of October, or maybe shortly after. Good times for the people who have a break at the end of the year, perhaps. Alrighty, enjoy yourselves. It's been a pleasure bringing this information to you, and as usual, I do read this to you to improve the accessibility. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and, well, everybody should like, please. But subscribe if you're new to the channel and you've not a subscriber already. I'm really Englishling great today. Anyway, have fun, folks. See you later. Bye.
We played a game.